Hi there everyone, and welcome once again to Get Indie Gaming. In today's video, after a little break away from the platform, we're showcasing 5 of the best looking indie games currently seeking funding via the Kickstarter community. Coming up in today's video, we have some striking pixel art, a classic looking side-scrolling fighter, a heavily stylized art adventure, and much more besides. Please be sure to let us know which of these games you'd look forward to playing or possibly even backing in the section below. And if you haven't done so already, why not subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with many things indie gaming. Okay then, let's jump right into this month's countdown. Let's begin this September with Sky Wanderers, an attractive looking sci-fi sandbox voxel construction led game in part inspired by Lego, all set within a procedural galaxy that's said to contain billions of stars. On the face of things, Skywander seems to be the type of game experience as seen by No Man's Sky, Elite, and of course from Minecraft and its clones. There's no denying it, this game has lofty ambitions. Players are said to be able to build a range of crafts from small starfighters up to massive capital ships with full interiors that will take weeks to put together. Likewise, the immersive galaxy each star can be warped to, planets have a realistic scale, and planet rings can be mined for their resources. While this campaign ends September 29th, it's already sailed past its target of €15,000. The proposed launch date is going to be the first half of next year. Now there's no denying this game's ambition. Here's hoping the dev team are up to the challenge and are able to bring their ideas to fruition.
Good one. Prepare yourself. After all.
Punching its way into the number 4 position for September, Okinawa Rush is a pixel art platforming fighter that's looking to secure £10,000 in funding. It's a tale of power, greed, sorrow and vengeance. A ruthless army of ninja known as the Black Mantis Clan have come to Okinawa to loot, pillage and kill anyone that gets in their way. The core of the game is a combat system that appears fast and intense. It also uses what appears to be a unique parry everything system where you're able to block projectiles, smash traps, parry attacks and then counter-strike your enemies. Doing so increases your rage bar, which can be used to unleash a fearsome Kia Stomp, which destroys everything around the player, sometimes including the ground and scenery, which in turn opens hidden areas of the game. There's an Edit Dojo feature where you can create your own training room, furnish it with ornaments bought and found within the game. Placing items in certain patterns will unlock Feng Shui bonuses which increase your stats beyond their natural potential. With a single player and local co-op option, the team behind the game are also said to be investigating online play as part of the ongoing development. With a demo available to play now, Okinawa Rush campaign lasts until the 13th of September. The game is expected to ship towards the end of this year. Perhaps a few viewers out there will remember the Tamagotchi craze from back in the 90s, and maybe a few more will recall playing Nintendogs on their Nintendo DS. This month's number 3 from Ridgeline Labs are looking to tap into a similar vein with their Rover, a virtual reality pet simulator that's looking to raise $30,000. Rover will allow users to raise a virtual dog within what appears to be a charming VR environment. You'll perhaps naturally enough be able to play with, feed, pet, bathe, throw sticks and customise your little doggo with numerous outfits and accessories. The developers are hoping to introduce machine learning algorithms in order to create an AI for the dog that adapts and changes depending on how you interact with it. The more care and attention you show your little pooch, the better behaved and more loving it comes towards you. Stretch goals include the addition of more breeds of dogs, a multiplayer experience and also an AR companion up. On the face of things, Rover looks simply charming. The aim is to hit a launch date around springtime next year, and this one's fundraising campaign ends September 15th. Not quite making the number 1 slot for September, Soul's campaign from Gossamer Games is looking to raise $15,000 and wraps up this September 3rd. What if the world was covered in darkness and the only way to see anything was via a tiny light? That's the premise with Soul, an adventure and exploration game that sees you play with a tiny ball of light to figure out what the world around you is. Along the way, you'll find out more about the world you find yourself on, who lived there, what happened to them in the past, and whether or not you can restore life back to this abandoned world. Inspired by the likes of Flower, Proteus and the Unfinished Swan, the developer's goal is to create a dreamlike experience that captures the essence of being lost in an unfamiliar place. That feeling of wandering alone in the dark, trying to figure out who you are, where you are, and what your purpose is. In development now for over 2.5 years with a demo available to play, stretch goals include making the game available on the Xbox, live orchestral arrangements, right up to a VR edition should the funding reach $250,000. The team estimate the game will come late springtime next year. In the number 1 position for this September, we have Loner, Realm of Colors, which is a forthcoming point-and-click adventure from the debut Swedish studio Space Fox. Being billed as an art game where the focus is to be directed towards the overall experience rather than the gameplay mechanics, players will be asked to make sense of a teenage girl's struggle after her reliance on art to deal with her troubles sees her become disconnected from reality and trapped within her paintings. Discovering the cause of such anxiety and returning Loner back to reality make for the game's primary objectives. This will be achieved by interacting with various items within the game's 15 levels, while also creating a balance between the brightly chaotic and darkly logical sides of her personality represented by a cat, Ms. Schmidt, and a crow, Mr. Ruppel, respectively. To create the balance between those opposing viewpoints, players will need to be able to switch between the two art styles in each level, solving puzzles by dragging items from one into the other to create a balanced vision. The story and art style are heavily influenced by the works of Hayao Miyazaki, which lends the game a whimsical look and feel. Initially seeking approximately $25,000, Loner Realm of Colors is currently targeting an August 2018 release on Steam. With a relatively modest stretch goal of $35,000, the title will also come to mobile. This one wraps up its campaign September 14th. And with Loner Realm of Colors taking the number 1 slot for September, that's pretty much all we've got time for here today. Thanks once again for stopping by, and there's plenty more videos from Get Indie Gaming coming later this month. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to the channel, and if you've liked this video, why not hit the thumbs up button. Once again, many thanks, and please come back soon for more videos.